So a lot of people are asking, why has SOS gone beat down over the last couple of months, especially when Bitcoin has started to recover in its price action, going towards new all-time highs? Why has SOS fallen short, especially with a lot of other miners like Mara and Riot beginning to increase in value, almost going up to their all-time highs? Not so much Riot, but Mara has been outperforming the market lately. Why has SOS not shown that strength, that price strength like others? And it's mainly because of this, because of the short seller volume. So if we look here at the current short volume, it has a whopping 14 million shares coming up from its previous shares of short interest, which was 9 million. So there has been an increase over the past month of 50%, almost 50% change of short interest. So there's a lot of short sellers here trying to bring the price down for SOS, especially when we can see here the outstanding shares of SOS has only 6.5 million shares. So there is a 200% increase in short interest. So that means that they're shorting more shares than there actually are in the company. This is similar to what we saw in GameStop a couple months prior when it had a short interest of 140%. So this is even greater than GameStop. So if there was a short squeeze that would happen very soon, it would be immense. The price action can go up very high in a very short amount of time. So that's why I think that SOS has a very abrupt reversal happening, apart from what's going on in the charts that we can see that will happen very soon, especially with Bitcoin breaking all-time highs. Hopefully in the next week or two, we can see SOS doing the exact same thing. So the chart for SOS, we have here a descending triangle pattern. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 touches on this resistance falling down here, and then on our horizontal support we have around 3 touches. This is on the daily chart if you want to take a look at it, and we can see here that the volume is also descending right here, so it's decreasing over time. We do have a lot of short selling right here happening, which has been driving the price down. But if we take a look at our RSI, we can actually see some hidden divergence happening. So basically what hidden divergence is when, or just divergence in general, is when the price action and then the strength of the RSI is diverging or kind of not matching up. So you can really see the hidden divergence right here. If we zoom in towards here with our lows, where our lows were touching our main support line, we see a lower low right here, followed by a higher low over here. And these are just wicks, by the way, but they got the price down to this range. And then also if we look at an RSI, we see a higher low and a lower low. So these two lines, they're not matching up, they're diverging, and so this is a hidden bullish divergence, which is really good. It's a really good sign that the trend is going in for a reversal anytime soon, and especially since we're reaching the apex of this descending triangle, we could see a reversal happening any day now, especially with Bitcoin going towards the 60K mark, breaking its all-time highs. We could see SOS reversing in the exact same way, also breaking its all-time highs. Now let's take a look at the EMA ribbons and the Bollinger Bands to see what kind of resistance we have. So once I pull up here, I'm on the 4-hour chart. The EMA ribbon is curling downwards, so it's also becoming resistance right where this diagonal resistance is holding of the descending triangle. So we see some confluence there, so we have a lot of resistance coming up. We also see in the Bollinger Band that the price action actually touched the end of this Bollinger Band, so that means usually the price action, once it reaches the end of this Bollinger Band, that it also comes towards the middle, so back into that median range, so we can see it reversing anytime soon. And the RSI is in a very oversold territory, so that means that too many people were shorting here, and now we can see the price go upwards after that as well. And if I also zoom out a little bit, we see that the Bollinger Bands, usually when they're very tight and squeezed in like this, there's going to be a huge move coming. And we saw that right here towards the middle of February, where we got to that all-time high of $16 until it got shorted and came down to this resistance line right here. And we're seeing the same thing happen also again right now in these past this past month or two. We've seen these Bollinger Bands squeeze in too, so we can see a move coming any day now too, especially with the apex of this triangle and Bitcoin about to pump. And we see the same thing here on the daily. We see those Bollinger Bands squeezing in as well. If we zoom in here too. we see the squeezing right here happening. So a big move coming. Another thing I want to actually point out to you as well is that we could be forming a W pattern here, which is also very bullish as well. So if we look here, we have these lines creating this W pattern right here. We're creating, even though W patterns usually have a lower low for the W, so we could use this one actually, and then right here. And then we usually have, once it breaks the neckline, so the neckline should be around here at the $8 mark, around the 8.90 mark. Yeah, around $9. So once it breaks this neckline, we can see a reversal coming. Usually it's the length right here. So we could see a push through to around that $12 mark. So kind of here where some previous resistance going towards the $14 mark, and then ultimately testing this box right here where there has been a lot of previous historical resistance. If we can look back here, support here, resistance here, support and resistance here. So we see a lot of bullish things happening here. We could see a formation of a W pattern, a breakout of this descending triangle, although bearish, could be bullish depending on Bitcoin, and a hidden divergence. So these are the reasons why I think SOS is going to have a huge reversal coming in the next couple of weeks. All right, so that's it for this video. If you liked or enjoyed this content, please hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below if you want me to do any other videos, any suggestions on cryptocurrencies or any crypto related mine stocks to look at. I'm always updating the TA, so stay tuned and subscribe if you're interested in this content. And that is it. Peace out.